Hey everybody, this is Joshua Kenny Greenwood. I am both the senior pastor and the overseer here at the Empowerment Center Church and churchfreedom.org. I'm also the author of this book called The Corporation Soul, Freeing America's Pulpits from the Restrictive 501c3 Laws for Churches. You can get it right now at corporationsoulbook.com. Let me go ahead and answer a question today that's been posed to us by a pastor. And they asked us, let's see here, what if and I'm assuming they're asking their church. So what if their church has many subsidiaries in their ministry, such as an outreach center, for example, and they would like to collect separate donations for that outreach? Will donors still be able to donate to these various ministries? Absolutely, 100%. In fact, this is a very, very common question that we get from pastors all the time. And so here's really the book. I got to tell you, the book actually explains this in detail. But the really short answer is your corporation soul and your ministry. You're just going to get a DBA. So, for instance, if I wanted to have a subsidiary ministry or an association church ministry within the corporation soul, and there's actually a couple ways you can do this. Either one, through creating an association church. So if one of your members is a pastor or teacher, or they have the fivefold ministry calling, and you want to create an actual association church to be underneath of you that had a specific mission, you can do that, and whoever that senior pastor is can have a corporation soul, and that's directly associated and related to your church or ministry. But if you wanted to have a direct, where it was directly related to your corporation soul, so for instance, you wanted to have multiple facets within the same ministry without necessarily creating an association church. So let's say, for instance, with a completely separate pastor with a completely separate bank account, you can do that. But you're going to have to create a DBA for the corporation soul. So if I were using an example, let's say you had, I'll use myself, the Empowerment Center. So let's say I wanted to have a part of our ministry be called Lawful Empowerment. Okay, and that Lawful Empowerment, and I'm only using this as an example. I haven't actually done this, so I'm just using it as an example. But if we wanted to have a Lawful Empowerment side to our ministry, for example, we would have the Empowerment Center, but then we wanted people to write checks to Lawful Empowerment. So what we would do is we'd have to get a DBA for the corporation soul. So it'd have to be the Empowerment Center overseer and successor as a corporation soul, which is the name of our corporation soul, doing business as Lawful Empowerment. And so we have to go down, get a DBA, do it that way, and then properly register that, and then take that information down to the bank and notify the bank, give them the DBA, give them the necessary information so that they can recognize that on the accounts and start accepting donations from those accounts. Like I said, the book, you got to forgive me because this is a video. The book explains it like much better, much more detailed. It shows you lawfully, everything that you need to do. But make sure you do that. So I hope that answers your question. If you have any questions related to the corporation soul, I'm not joking when I say these. When I say this, I speak the truth, because our churches help. Right now we're connected with almost 76,000 churches across the United States. Thousands upon thousands of churches have gotten our book, have used our resources, materials, that have freed themselves from the restrictive law of 501c3 and gender laws. I can't understate this enough. Almost every question that you can conceive of in life, as a pastor, CPA, a tax attorney, it is literally answered in this book. I'm not joking, either directly or indirectly. That is not a lie. All right, this is based on about 25,000 support. This book, the questions and answers that are in this book, a lot of those are based on the 25,000 support-related emails that we have received over the years from pastors and CPAs and tax attorneys that have asked us questions, and we've condensed them into the book, into 181 pages to answer everything, and includes all the affidavits, everything, step-by-step process, how to set up both your church and its corporation soul, and how to do everything you can think of. It's all in here. So make sure you go to corporationsoulbook.com. Thank you so much. God bless.